we normally see that autopilot. We use the word autopilot. You wake up in the morning and mind says it's a bad morning. I'm feeling tired. I have yet to relax. I have a lot of work to do. All these are autopilot. So if I don't recognize it, then I have a problem. And that is where the P comes. That is where the P comes. So if we go a little deeper, we are following the Eastern wisdom. So if we go a little deeper, our master says sanskaras, one word they use vasanas, then they use the three gunas. Three gunas. So what is sanskaras? Sanskaras are impressions on the mind. Impressions on the mind about our thoughts and feelings. Impressions about our mind, on our mind about the thoughts and feeling we lived in the past, and it brought temporary result. I ate pasta, it's very tasty, it's very good, impression is created, let me have pasta again. I don't want to wake up, so it is a bad morning. It is an autopilot. So the first reason the master gives us, it is because of these impressions. And if these impressions we don't recognize, then meditation cannot succeed, one thing, and our behavior and attitude daily in our life will take me to fatigue and tiredness and laziness and duality and a conflict and a host other things. That is one. Second reason is what we usually say is vasana. The term is used as a vasana. It is a strong inclination for instant gratification, authenticity, and a desire for anything that do not bring the permanent peace and happiness. Basically, vasana, what we say, if I go into the etymology, what is already seated in the mind because of the past impressions, and these past impressions triggers finding a situation. I gave you an example of this young guy who is turned millionaires, third cute and beautiful girl, but now he has stopped. I gave an example of cute and beautiful girl. So yesterday I normally give him a lesson. Well, he said, no, now. At the moment my mind says it's a cute and beautiful girl, it is vasana triggers. And now I apply the P. Presence, no. This cute and beautiful girl, it is coming because of my mind has already impressions, and that impression triggers me to approach. That is causing you medication is one part, is a temporary part, and sometimes drug abuse is another part, but internal we are finding the cause that is present inside. So check, do you want to live in the impulsive nature? Do you want your past impression is triggered because of the outer situation? It is the morning, that is the outer situation. Mind says it's a bad morning. What harm sun has done to you so that it's a bad morning? Sun still rises in the same way every day. Are you aware of TGIF?
Yep. Thank God it's Friday.
So I created, hell God, it is Monday. Hell God. I don't want to go to the workplace. I don't want to work because I feel I have a disliking for the work and still I have to work because I want money. So there is already, I create an inner conflict, and that is why, thanks God, it is Friday. So it means every Friday is good and every Monday is worst. Did Friday did favor to you? Did Monday did harm to you? No. Vasanas. I created unnecessary vasanas. And that is causing a lot of challenges in your life. So I have to let the intellect give me the knowledge. I have to go into the cause and effect, and that will help me get rid of this. Even, yesterday, in a group session in New Jersey, she told me that I worked for 5-6 hours in the backyard gardening, and that is why my meditation is not successful. What meditation has done with your garden? This is how our mind links what cannot be linked. It has to do with your mind. So our master says that no, you have to inquire. Don't take these thoughts for granted. We have to analyze, we have to reflect. When you contemplate, analyze, and reflect, we say the past impressions, they are present, one category. Out of those past impressions, some impressions are very active. They are known as the vasanas. But why they are active? Because we created a binding desire. What is binding desire? Because I want this. The example of the same, cute and beautiful girl. Yesterday, she's a baby boomer almost 70 years old. So while sharing her experiences, she told me I was totally disturbed because I reacted to another friend of mine. She was totally crazy. For 2 days I was disturbed, and now, after the meditation, I feel totally relaxed. So, just to show her, I patted on my shoulder. At least you are relaxed because of my meditation. But I have a question to ask. What is that question? How many times in your entire life you reacted, you were jealous, you were angry over people of different ages until today? Maybe 10,000 times? She smiled and she said, yes, yes. Yeah, in 70 years, 10,000 times. Did you ever think of it that why you are doing the same thing again and again? Why you get upset again and again? Is the cause lying outside or inside? That is your vasana. In your case, oh, I am already tired. Get out. Those impressions are being repeated. Those impressions. I'll find out another reason. The three gunas are also reason we are going to understand in this journey of the Tattva Bodha. So this is how the autopilot autopilot of the mind, Eastern wisdom, autopilot of the brain, Western science or modern psychology says. So we already understand Eastern wisdom says mind, intellect, memory, ego. They all are four functional aspects of the mind. Memory is the past impression which contains these two factors, and if we start living on these autopilot, means my past impression, they are very subtle. Vasanas, my latent tendencies and binding desires, those desires may pop up in any way. Today, I will not give his lesson. I don't feel good. Mind, why you are not feeling good? What is the reason? I have to ask. If I don't ask, I will go on autopilot. Memories, whatever is left, and then the gunas. So awareness is the first step, conscious choice is the second step, inner freedom is the third step. If I am not aware that this is because of the past impressions, this is because of the binding desires, nothing is going to happen in my life. No change, no transformation, no change in behavior and attitude will take place. That is why I started thinking last week and I said, there is a 5-step blueprint. My master used to say, O mind, be at peace, this will also pass. O mind, be at peace, this will also pass. I wake up in the morning, mind says, it's a bad morning. O mind, be at peace, I regain, I become aware of the peace inside. Thought is outside, the thought says, it's a bad morning. Thought comes and thought goes. O mind, be at peace, this thought will also pass. Did you understand? I just got crazy. I reacted to you. I should not strengthen this reaction by my ego. I should recognize I reacted. Whether the other person is right or wrong. Forget about it. I reacted. I am wrong. So this thought should also pass. Okay. I'm done with it. I'm sorry. I reacted to you. I'm sorry. Is one thing, one statement. How dare you said this, I reacted, I became angry, I was upset only because of you. That is your I maker. I is strengthened by the past impression. I want to prove that you are wrong. That is why I am wrong. Come on. You are wrong. That is why I am wrong. That is why we say I became upset because of you. You said this, that made me react to you. Otherwise, I don't have a habit of reaction. Really? How many times you did not react in the past 10 years? Are you getting it? I reacted to you because you are wrong. So, how many times you reacted when other situation outside is right? You reacted many times. So it comes to you. It is within you. I have to purify this mind. That is why we have a 5-point blueprint. What is the five prime blueprint does? Understanding the nature of the thoughts and feelings. Remember the masters. My master says, "Oh mind, be at peace, this will also pass." My mind says, "Let me grab a cup of coffee before I start with your session." I said, "Okay, it has nothing to do with anything, any binding desire. Oh, let me have it." I prepared it, I took it, and I came back and I started thinking, what should I discuss? Mind is very clear. I have clarity in the mind and what I'm going to talk and how I'm going to help you transform your mind. That was my main concern. So then I started playing with the thoughts. Okay, this thought, I will say, this thought, okay, that is this thought. I will talk about this. So the blueprint is already in the mind. So when the blueprint is already in the mind, I'm spontaneous and natural. I need not to work on it. I need not to stress. So when I have stress, the past impression, impulsive nature, and the binding desires, I have to succeed. I have to succeed. I had a psychotherapist from New Jersey again. She also does another group session. So she was saying that how different the principles of Eastern wisdom are as compared to the modern psychotherapy. Modern psychotherapy does not solve a problem, it creates another problem. That was her word. So awareness as your compass, detachment as your shield. It's a bad morning. Thought has already been expressed. So now it is expressed. So let me have a detachment. It has not, but why? Based on the knowledge. It has nothing to do with the sun. Sun did not create a bad morning, or sun do not create a good morning. Oh, it is my mind. So I have a detachment with the both. Thought. You cannot feel lazy if you don't have a thought of laziness. Be lazy without having a thought of laziness. Subconscious thought triggers is non-verbal expression, and then it comes to the verbal expression. It's difficult to stand up. Oh, why? Because I'm lazy. You cannot experience laziness or happiness, pleasure or pain, cute and beautiful, without having a thought. So first is awareness as your compass. Okay, mind. Okay, very good. You said she is cute and beautiful. Let me have a detachment with this thought. Let me appreciate the cute and beautiful. Let me appreciate the thought. Okay, you said that I'm lazy. Very. It's a bad morning. No, detachment. Where the detachment takes place, it happens in the mind. I know I'm talking of the higher principles. No worries. If you will not understand, I will go down. But if I take the lowest principle, then it becomes challenging to me. What should I teach now? So I'm teaching. And the third point in the poise is witness as your path to the freedom. So when I'm detached with the sun, when I'm detached with the morning, when I'm detached with the bad and the good, it's okay, everything is good, everything is falling into the right place, I have nothing to do it. Apply the same thing, mom gets agitated. Son, you are not doing good. This is only a thought. Do you remember, O mind, be at peace, this will also pass, my master? You say, okay, this thought. My mom is saying that you're not doing good. She's hesitated, perhaps because of any activity or any attitude or my behavior. Let me examine. Oh, because of this behavior, she was saying that. Is that behavior right or good? No, that is not good. So the mom said this. Okay. I will change my mom. Finished. One option. And second option we already know. How dare mom you say I am doing this and I am doing that. Same thing we apply. Oh, I'm lazy, so let me do this, let me do this, let me evade, let me have an excuse, and that is going to create lot of problems. Another way to understand awareness, recognition, witness, space, superimpose peace. That is what we learnt last time. That is what the poise. Presence, poise, recognition, witness, space, superimpose peace. What I said, all the thoughts, any thought coming from the past which has a negative connotation, which may be harmful to me, sorry. Yes, air, humidifier. It's very hot. So awareness, notice all my thoughts, feeling, emotions. I just observe. I woke up in the morning, little bit late today, about an hour late. My mind said that how you will complete all your practices and you have to give a lesson at 8. He said, drop these 3, do these 4 practices until 7:30, take a bath, get ready at 8. No anxiety, no doing it. Then I said, what practices I left, I will do it after 11 today. I have another session at 1. I created a right path for the mind. Mind raised an objection, so I created a right path. So I am free, I am alive. But if you leave it, then it starts finding the solution from the past impression, from the impulsive nature. So I did not do the practice, that's why I'm not feeling good. That is bit little higher level of journey, higher state of the consciousness. So the first is the awareness, second is the recognition. I say internally, I sit internally a thought of anxiety. That is what we discussed last time. But I am not in anxiety. It's a thought of bad morning, but it's not a bad morning. The sun rises in the same way. Thank God it is Friday. Thank Monday it is Monday. change that perception. It is only a thought. It is only a thought. So you see that is a recognition. I have to use the mind. I have to use an expression internally. Thank God she is my mom. You're saying internally. Thank God she is my mom. She has a responsibility to say something to me. I'm okay. Thank you, mom. I will take care of this. It will never happen. I learnt it after many years. something happened wrong. It is because of your behavior and attitude in my young days. And I was going to the master, I was learning, applying at home, and I learned a very good statement. Dad said me something, and I recognized. I said, Dad, this is the last time I did this. I expressed this behavior, it will never happen again. I assure you. And please help and support me. Finished. Recognition is very important. If you don't recognize these thoughts, which creates a havoc in your life. Your friend said you something, your teacher says you something, mom said you something, someone said you something, you love someone and he reacted or she reacted. It is 24/7 practice. 24/7. Sometimes honey says you don't understand. They say you're right. Can you help me understand? Other side of the thought is that you react. So you didn't allow the other to react. You also did not. Recognition. By thinking. Hey, you say internally, it is a thought of anxiety. It doesn't mean I'm in anxiety. It is a thought you do not understand. The intellect is already available. Let me understand. Why should I get upset? I get upset because of my ego. Ego has its basis in impulsive nature and the past impressions. Third point, witness. Watch them enter. Watch them leave. Thought entered into your mind when you wake up. It's a bad morning. Second point, recognition. You said it is only a thought. It does not mean the morning is bad. The thought has left you. Third point. Any thought can leave you, provided you are aware. If you are not aware, mind on autopilot, it will dig the past impressions in the form of a thought. It will associate it, and then, why don't you understand that I am lazy? Okay, I will leave the tiger in your room and I want to see how lazy you are. Tiger is chasing me. The house is on fire. I want to see how lazy you are. You want to open, you want to get out of it. Flood is there. You want to get out of it. It created an autopilot on the negative thought process. Third point, witness. Watch them enter, watch them leave. It's a mind nature. No clinging, no pushing. No clinging, no pushing. I always have some or other events taking place with these group sessions or sometime individual sessions, and I use those real life examples. So last year, almost 7 months ago, it does not make any difference. I'm making a point that you have to understand it clearly. There's a guy I don't want to name who attends a regular group session, and he said, Namaste, And then he said, I was feeling so lazy, cozy. Why? Because I did not shave, so I went to the barber salon and I got it, and now I feel totally fresh. Very good. So, will you feel fresh? So, you have not to attend my session. So, every time you feel lazy, cozy, you shave your head and shave yourself, your beard, and you're happy. No, I don't want to see. You see that? Thought comes in deep. And then that thought went inside, and I said, do I look really lazy? I said, I will not shave my beard now. It has been now 7 months. Do you feel that I'm lazy? Get rid of these thoughts. And now he looks in every group session. He has nothing to say to me. I did not remind him. I said that's not a right thing to do. Do you see that? This is what happens to mind creates a problem. And the mind has a solution. That is the fourth step. What is the witness? Watch them enter, watch them leave. Watch them enter. I don't feel good, so I went to the salon. Okay, watch that thought to enter, watch that thought to leave. Why to leave? It has nothing to do with my freshness and calmness. It is a mental state. Fourth step, space. Acknowledge my inner space. So I recognize now my mind is not filled with a thought associated with a feeling that I look crazy if I have a beard, unorganized, or not shaved. It has nothing to do with. Then I told in a group session, one guy told me because of the beard and he got it rearranged going to the salon, so he feels totally fresh. It means all women always feel fresh. The entire women kingdom feels fresh because they don't need to shave their beard. They don't have beard. This is my impulsive nature, impulsive thought I create. I do not acknowledge my inner space. Thought comes, bad morning, it's a thought. It has nothing to do with the sun and the bed. Thought has come, thought has gone, created a space. Shanti. Fifth one, superimpose peace. When any thought or feeling arises, superimpose Om Shanti. Om Shanti means I am the peace. I am not in peace. I am the peace. So I am asking the mind to recognize what is permanent. So it helps me to reach to find the real self. It will help me awaken to my nature. Even when I'm talking to you, my friend, you have certain thoughts. Apply these 5 steps. Don't leave it. You can do that. You can do that. This guy, millionaires, was telling me yesterday, I don't understand. Are you psychic? So I told him that in India, when you say that you are a psychic, they feel that you told him that you are mad and mental. That is the meaning of the psychic in English in India. But here the psychic means who can read the thoughts. I said, which meaning you are attributing? So he said, don't take me wrong. I said, I'm not taking you wrong. I just want to No, thought reading, because what session you give me, I feel I have a question and you answer that question to me. That I feel that you read my thought. I said it is very simple. I need not to brand myself as a psychic. It happens. When the mirror of your mind is transparent, the thoughts of other passes into this mirror. And it is spontaneous. I don't care that. Why? Look at it. You observe the thought without judgment. You detach from the identification, second step. So when you have detached from the identification, the mind is still a transparent mirror. You recognize the inner space. You delve deeper into that clarity. You affirm your inherent peace. Your peace is an unchanging, like a sweetness of a sugar. It can happen. It should happen. That is the practice 24 hours or during the waking, before even meditation. First you do it, oh, let me recognize. I can bet you, when you sit for meditation, your mind says, oh, you are sitting for meditation, don't be lazy. I did not ask you. I did not ask you, mind. I'm asking you to go into the higher consciousness. Let me get detached with the thought. At least spend for 5 minutes applying the pause before you practice any meditation. You go to the session with the pause. Okay, no other thoughts except the topic the teacher is teaching. You have a natural focus. Modern psychology teaches you a negative focus. Throw away all the thoughts except one thought. No, we are not doing it. Follow a natural voice. I told you, knowledge is not a practice, and still I wrongly use for a right reason practice this knowledge. These 5 steps is a knowledge. But still I say that yes, practice it. Why? So that you rise in awareness, you live in a higher awareness. In higher awareness, laziness and anxiety do not touch you. She is a wonderful psychotherapist. So we all share experiences in a group. So she said, after a year of attending your sessions, I recognized that if you take over the mind, then your legs do not shake while talking to a group of people. And I now realize my legs were not shaking. Yesterday I gave a session. So this poise is not a technique, it is a profound shift in perspective. You are thinking and your perspective has changed. hell with the Monday, or thank God it is a Friday. It has no meaning at all. It has to do with the market. It has to do with the delusion. So when any thought that pulls me down, I have to enter into a new thought process. With the new thought process, I detach myself with the previous one. Bad morning, nothing to do with the bad morning. Sun rises in the same way. I created another thought so that I have a detachment. But if I want to detach myself, no, I should not think that it's a bad morning. It will never happen. I understand. If you keep on thinking, I have to get rid of my laziness, it will never happen because you already thought of laziness. Yes, you got it. I'm trying to make you understand. I already thought of it. Thank God it's a Friday, so it's a Friday, so I thank God. But this is Friday. God created a hell to me. I'm suffering. Then what will happen? Nothing to do with the hell and heaven or thank or being grateful to the Friday or Monday. Every moment is being grateful. Why? Because I'm alive. Because I can think. Because I can make a conscious choice. Every moment. I can turn Monday Friday. I can turn Friday Monday. As you see, so this is not a technique. It is just a profound shift in perspective. It is the Eastern wisdom revealing that my true nature is peace, the fifth step. Aum Shanti. Thought says I'm lazy. Thought also says by the mantra Om Shanti, I am peace. Why don't you choose I am peace? Why you choose laziness and anxiety? Why choose I reaction? Why don't you choose response? What's one thought or a feeling you often get caught by? How might practicing recognition or superimposing peace you shift your experience? When? There and then. There and then. That there and then means that I know. Yes, you are Michael. Yes, I know. Finished. I need not to do the practice. I'm just trying to help you appreciate this poise. It belongs to a higher practice. And you applied it last week. It is going to work. And perhaps it is working. It should always work. You remember. I'm simply saying you remember. Keep in your mind. Repeat in the form of a thought. That's all. It will work. Thoughts and feelings are not me. Seekers learns the crucial distinction between having thoughts and being their thoughts. Did you understand? Having distinction between what? Having thoughts, one thing. Being their thoughts. I am not my thought. One aspect. I am my thought. So what my thought says, I'm in anxiety, so I'm in India. I'm lazy, I'm crazy, yes, I'm crazy. Anxiety, anger, laziness, reaction are temporary visitors, not their inherent identity. They are temporary visitors. Then again there is a distinction between the modern psychology and Eastern wisdom. We use the word chronic anxiety, chronic depression. What we are saying, our anxiety, anger, and other negative traits are temporary visitors, not their inherent identity. So I redefine the chronic anxiety. Bear with me, you belong to the same profession. So I redefine for the sake of helping you understand. Chronic anxiety means that I can live in anxiety 24/7. Can you live in anxiety 24/7? Can you live in peace 24/7? Yes, I have a choice. Can I be happy 24/7? Yes, there is a choice. Can I live in depression 24/7? At least no. In the middle of the depression, what you talk, that indicates wisdom. There have been great scientists who have been in deep depression, I don't want to name. They could discover a lot of things. So did they discover in depression? It cannot be. Not possible. So the word chronic doesn't fit there. Never ever believe you have this problem. Second, observation is the key. Observation is the key. The master discovered that simply noticing thoughts and a feeling without judgment or engagement is the first and most powerful step towards inner mastery. Judgment, no. Engagement, no. Bad morning, what should I do? I feel totally upset, bad morning. So instead, you woke up, you are sitting on the bed, it's a bad morning, and you throw your body onto the bed again. No engagement, no judgment. Why? Thoughts and feeling are not me. They are the thoughts have come. Let me have another thought. They enter, they leave me. Inner peace is always present. Third point, inner peace is always present. Seekers realizes that there is an unchanging, calm space with them. Let us understand in a different way. What happens to the sky when the millions of birds are flying? Nothing happens to the sky. No bird is there. Is the sky craving for those birds? No. No judgment, no engagement. Is the sky not present when the birds are there? Yes, it is present. Birds are not there, sky is still present. That is the nature of the space, that is the nature of the peace. That is why Eastern wisdom masters, they say sukha, kha, space. So good space is always present. It is sukha. It is the joy that brings the peace. Without joy, you cannot have the peace. You cannot say that, I lived in peace with a lot of stress. Very simple. Inner peace is always present. If you have a strong faith and a conviction on this thought, Let this thought have a hypothesis, be a hypothesis. Don't believe it, but prove it. And you'll be able to prove it. Detachment is liberating. The moment, no judgment, no engagement, that is detachment, and it is kind of liberating. What the sun has to do with the bad morning? Nothing. Is really the bad morning? No, I don't see it. Why my mind said that it's a bad morning? It is because of my past impression. Go in the very beginning. Because of the past impressions, perhaps my mind thought of not going to the work today, and that is why I'm feeling it's a bad morning. Now you had those thoughts, your mind is clear, no judgment, no engagement, thought has come, thought has left you, then I recognize the space is there, the bird has come, the bird has gone, I continue to perceive the space, I find the opportunity, I say Om Shanti, I am the peace. I do all these steps internally in the presence of the people, in the presence of the monk, friend, teacher, any situation. I am doing it internally. Nobody is noticing, but I change my perspective. You change your perspective. What the teacher wants to convey, teachers of the Eastern wisdom. First, they said observation. So, Eastern wisdom teachers, they taught us self awareness, observation, or the word P, the presence. 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 Teacher taught us the recognition, the separation. I own my observer. Oh, this is only a thought only. When a wave of frustration hits, instead of saying I'm frustrated, trying saying internally, a wave of frustration is there. It is subtle but powerful shift that creates immediate distance. Did you get it? Let me repeat. Second point. Oh, when a wave of frustration hits, don't say I'm frustrated. Say internally, a wave of frustration is there. Millions of birds are flying in the sky. They are moving from one side to the other. Wave of frustration, moving from one side to the other. A cloud is in the sky. I am not the cloud. Very high principle. That's why I thought better to discuss in detail. Her teaching, the teacher wants to teach non-judgmental view, non-judgmental awareness. You are cute and beautiful, yes. I appreciate, I am grateful. Existence has given me the eyes to perceive that you are cute and beautiful. Finished. So the moment I have an engagement in the mind, then I am attached. No engagement. And I give another example. Think of a river flowing. You wouldn't try to stop the water or criticize its current. You just watch it move. Similarly, allow your thoughts to flow without trying to control or judge them. Thought says, I'm lazy. Thank you, mind. This is the way of the Lord coming in. Oh, I'm into anxiety. The moment you say, oh, this is a wave of anxiety is present in my mind, I can bet you anxiety will go. Because you are conscious. I guided you, many, many years ago. Can you plan to be angry after an hour at a particular time? The moment that time comes, your anger dissolves. You cannot become angry consciously. You cannot be in anxiety consciously. Teachers of the Eastern wisdom taught that there is an inner vastness. What a beautiful, what we say, when millions of birds create some design. What a beautiful design the birds have created. Minus space, there is no design. There is no bird flying. We forget the space. We forget our inner space. That remains untouched. When I'm into anxiety or laziness, duality, and a conflict, I forget. By thought, I can remind myself. Just as a room exists without its empty or full of furniture. Are you getting it? House, beautiful house, no furniture. So this guy, who says cute and beautiful girl, he is a great builder. So he builds houses that cost over $10 million in my area. Next Friday, I'm going with him to see that what is special in that $16 million home. Why shouldn't I see? Why shouldn't I appreciate? Without any judgment and engagement. What I want to say, the house, when the moment you say house, the moment say you are of the nature of peace. The way the house means the space inside it. And the space in $16 million house is not different than the space in your house and the space in mine. Do you see that? If I see that, oh my goodness, so all these thoughts are nothing like the furniture. Let me acknowledge this vast, clear space that holds my thoughts but isn't made of them. Thoughts do not make the space. Furniture do not make the space in my room. Whether you throw the furnitures, you empty the room, space is there. You fill the furniture in your room, the space is still there. Fifth step, space, Om Shanti is still there. Are you getting it? Space is always there. Even if the mind is at extreme level of upset and reaction, can you remember? Yes, this is the thought of reaction. But Om Shanti is still there. It cannot be undone. You can undo anxiety, laziness, bad and good morning, everything. You cannot undo this peace. You cannot do, no one can undo peace, happiness, and the joy from the life of a human being. Have you tried any doctor saying, okay, I will undo peace and happiness from your life, and that will minimize this disease? No! They always talk in terms of the disease. The last point is very important. You have to think of it. You go to your primary care physician, take an appointment. Doctor says, is everything right? Yes, everything is right, doc. I just came to meet you. Doctor will say, this guy seems to be crazy. Unless you have some problem, then only you should approach him. Eastern wisdom is nothing to a relationship between a doctor and a patient. It says you are already in a delusion, you have lot of impressions, which is going to cause lot of challenges in your life. Learn the art of journey of the self-discovery. Get rid of it before the disease sets in. So that is why we say it is a seeker and a master tradition. We don't say it is a doctor and a patient relationship. We don't say that. So